Hey guys, this is day 6 of doing a 100-day monk mode challenge, and today I know specifically the topic. The topic is fear in entrepreneurship and how it precludes you from doing stuff. So basically, where do we get this fear? We get fear from unknown. When you do not know how to do stuff, how to do accounting, how to do sales, marketing, whatever, you are breaking that down in small bricks and you are just conquering that one by one. And that's how you eliminate fear, because you are getting this unknown to known category and you familiarize yourself with the process. And when you're repeating this stuff long enough, as Alex Samosa teaches us, volume negates luck. You are no longer stressed about sales, you are no longer stressed about marketing or whatever, and you are no longer afraid of that. I'm always getting ahead of myself in my speech. Now, fear in business is really the worst because it catches us at the decision-making moment. We are often delaying this decision just because we are afraid, just because we do not know what comes next. And as I said in some previous videos, decision is where actually progress gets done, not the action itself. The action is pretty simple. You just, like putting your one leg in front of the other, and you are just sending one email, sending one more email, sending another email. Now, when you are making the decision to do lead generation or to pay somebody to do that, it's what's scary. And that's where fear plays a major part. So if you just start doing that, somehow you just overcome fear in the first stage, and you start doing step by step, and in a year you no longer have fear, at least in processes that you have in the agency. Now, what comes to me, I always consider myself to be a super special person in everything. Maybe I overthink, but recently I discovered a really interesting thing, and I wrote almost a post about it, about fear in entrepreneurship and my personal experience. So there is such thing as your home emotion or your default emotion, to which you always come back to, your default state, your default mood, whatever. Maybe it's not scientific, maybe it's not logical, maybe it's not business-wise, but it makes sense to me. That's the state in which you live, that's the state in which you wake up and stuff. So this monk mode, I got into thinking more, and I realized that my home emotion or default emotion is fear. And it sucks, and now I want to read that. What is your default emotion? Mine is fear. Shitty, huh? No need to analyze how I got it. It's just a fact. I fear everything by default. Well, if we analyze that, I got that from childhood, but we're not gonna get into that. And when I'm not in fear, I fear that I'm not in fear. So I get anxiety from not fearing stuff, and that's where fear comes from. Why is this a problem? It messes up my work, especially sales and client relations. I act always as if I'm desperate, even if I'm not. Even when the lead is warm and likes our works, I do my best. I do 130% because I'm afraid of losing clients, and this extreme effort scares them away. What a surprise. I do so much because I'm afraid I won't be successful. I record and post so much, I'm afraid we won't get followers, and many other things. And guess what? Everything is happening in reverse. The stupid thing is that I'm so used to doing 130% all the time that it became part of my identity. And now I do not know any other ways to do things. Fear feels like fuel. It pushes you to do more, faster, harder, but it's pretty toxic fuel. The lesson, water wears away the stone. Small steps can change any huge problems. Calming yourself down in simple ways, walking slower, breathing slower, speaking slower, which I do not do at the moment, taking the time, doing something rather uncomfortable for others give you more power and leaves less room for fear. These all things can affect how I function in general, and I do not know how to practice that. You understand in your head sometimes that you have the fear and that you have to speak slower. That's why I understand some of these videos are not that relatable to you or hard to listen, just because I like overload this wave of the whole insights, the whole emotion, the whole thought that I have in you, and now people would rather not watch these stressful videos. Same offers to clients, they feel super like as if I have high expectations of my clients. I recently been writing text to potential warm lead referred to me, and I wrote the whole detailed offer with like with all stages of work, with what's included in the budget, when we schedule in the phone, the call, how long call would last, with examples of our work. So it's all the things included. And another client, like a friend of mine, said, "You're gonna scare them away." So that's what I'm doing with my fear. I'm scaring people away. What's the lesson from that? For now, no lesson, just the insight from the day. But fear is really shitty, and today I was trying to change that. So I wrote custom offer to Note Media. Maybe somebody from there is watching this video, and this offer took me like 2 hours or something. That was one offer out of 100 lead generation like moves we have to do in a day at the agency. And since I fired lead gen person, right now I'm the one doing this 100 reach outs. So this one offer, which is a quality offer, took me 2 hours, and I was really anxious and nervous about it, and I really expected a lot from that. But I'm trying to calm myself down and believe in the thing that at the very end it's gonna work out, right? Like in the whole scope of our road. But having expectations from any particular move or client or day is stupid. So that's the insight for today. Fear in business is pretty stupid. It doesn't help you survive like in jungle. So try to eliminate that by all means. Just don't be afraid. All the insight that I have today. See you tomorrow. Bye.